Welcome, welcome. I'm super excited you're here with me today. My name is Cindy Lish, and I'm an accomplished career coach that helps stay at home moms with the confidence, tools, and skills to successfully get back to the workforce. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. In fact, over the past 9 years, I've successfully helped 600 women get back to the workforce at jobs they absolutely love. So whether you're home for 20 minutes or 20 years, this is the place for you. Now, before we get started, I want you to pop on over and subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know every single time I have a new video, which is going to be weekly on Wednesdays. And I also want you to look down at all the links below. I have so many free resources for you. A free masterclass. You can sign up for my blog, so you'll get messages directly to your inbox with job search tips. I have a free private Facebook group. So many resources below. Please check it all out. Okay, today we are going to talk about 4 sneaky little things that you don't realize are impacting your job search. Okay, so the first one, I want you to call your voicemail. Yep, I want you to call your voicemail. You know, we set that up once when we get our new phone and we never, ever listen to it again. So I want you to call your voicemail and make sure that the message that you have is simple, clean, professional, and polite. Okay. Hello, you've reached Cindy Lish. I'm sorry, I can't take your call right now. Please leave your name and number and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, right? Something like that. We want to make sure that there isn't loud music. We want to make sure that it's not like, hello, you reached the Lish family, you know what to do. We want to leave out the blessings. We want to leave out all those other things on the voicemail. Okay. We want it to be simple and professional. Get the job, do what you want, have your home phone any way you want, if you still have one. And also make sure that the voicemail, that the only phone number that you're providing, the only contact information you're providing is your cell phone. So that when they reach out to you, the only possible person they can get is you. Okay. Because believe it or not, every interaction that you have with the hiring manager is part of the interview. Okay. It all counts. So you certainly don't want them calling up, calling the house, getting other people, not knowing how other people might answer the phone, not knowing if you're going to get the message or not, right? So you want to make sure that that message is only you. You know, we don't want Mom, you get a phone call. She's in the shower. I mean, that's not the impression you want to give for your first interview, right? Okay. So that's the first thing is you're going to be calling your voicemail, making sure that your voicemail is a professional one. Okay. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to check your email address. So the employers, believe it or not, don't want you to have a 20-year-old outdated AOL or Yahoo account. I know it shouldn't make any difference. I agree. But nonetheless, they want you to have an updated email account. They want you to have a Gmail account. So now also there's things to be wary of even with the Gmail account. So there's certain email addresses that are instant turn-off for employers. So one would be something that is cute, right? Loves to knit, loves to cook, okay? Mama 4, all those things. We don't want to have any of those email addresses in there. Okay. We also want to avoid having the family email address, the Lish family, you know, your name and your spouse. It should be your dedicated email, you know. And yes, I know way back, you've all heard me fighting technology my whole life, right? Way back, I didn't need an email address. Fine, I'll just share my husband's if I need an email for something because I couldn't even fathom the reason why I would need an email address. Silly me. So they want you to have your own email address. Okay. We also want to avoid having email addresses that are, you know, sexy. And I've seen them all, ladies. Sexy mama, hot mama, you know, all those things don't belong in your job search, as well as having job search emails that could tell how old you are. Now, how do I know this? Look at the numbers after your name. So if you had an email address that said CindyLish69 at Gmail, that would be telling everybody that I'm born in 1969 and telling everybody that I'm 52 years old. Nobody needs to, I'm not hiding it. You know that. I'm never hiding that, proud of it. But we don't need to put that in the email address. Okay. On top of that, by the way, also be careful of numbers that could look like the year you were born, even if they're not. So I wouldn't have 74 or 52 or any other numbers that could look like the year that I was born. On the other hand, I could have Cindy List 316, which is March 16th, the date I was born, my birthday. And that would be okay because that doesn't imply a year. So be careful about those things. Ideally, you just want to have your name at Gmail, but I know that for a lot of people, their name is taken already, so that's not a possibility. Okay, so those are two things that you want to, sneaky little things that are going to impact your job search. The third thing, Google yourself. Yep, Google yourself. Put your name in there, see what pops up. Also go through your social media and see, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you have, and see what your posts are. Make sure that your profile picture is not you sitting there with a margarita. Okay. Make sure that there aren't pictures of you partying, that there aren't pictures of you short and tight. And that's not how we're going to be getting a job, or not the kind of job that we're looking for. Okay. So be careful of what the images are. Also be really, really careful. We're in an environment now where people are very politically charged on all sides. We're in an environment where people have a lot of strong opinions about COVID, the vaccine, the mandate, things like that. So those kind of things, and I don't even care which side you're on, but those kind of things could be very, very sharp turnoffs to an employer. Okay, they want you to keep that stuff private, not to be putting all of that out there, because they don't want to hire somebody who might be very outspoken in this regard, who might be considered to be a troublemaker in this regard. Okay, so keep your private stuff private. Okay, and speaking about keeping things private, Facebook has an option of making things private that is just to your friends. But investigate that, because believe it or not, a lot more things are public than you believe that they are. Okay, so even if somebody is not your friend, they might still be able to see more of what you want them to see than they will see. Okay, so that's number 3 of small little sneaky things that can be impacting your job search. And the fourth one is your response time. Okay, it's important to respond promptly when an employer reaches out to you that they're interested in an interview. Now, that's why, everybody's walking around with a smartphone. So that means I want you to be checking your emails multiple times throughout the day while you're going through the job search process. It is not okay for them to email you on Monday and you to not get back to them on Tuesday or even Wednesday or later. Okay, because whether or not it's the environment that you live in, the now, it's the environment that the employer lives in. Okay, so when they reach out to you for an interview, the idea is to respond quickly. Because, they don't know you yet. They don't know how freaking awesome you are. And even if they think on paper that you might be the best person, if you don't respond to them, they are undoubtedly moving on to the next person. Okay, so while you're going through that job search, make sure that you are getting the alerts on your phones, that you are checking into your phone with some regularity so that you can respond to them when they reach out to you that you're interested in interviewing. Okay, so see, there's so much besides just your resume that's going to make a difference if you're even going to get called in for that interview. Okay, so I hope you found this super helpful. Check out all the rest of my free content. Check out all those links below. I hope you have a super productive week. Always remember you're a warrior, and I'll catch you the next time. Bye-bye.